Hey guys, today I'm filming the first update for my summer project pan. I'm so excited because I made a lot of really good progress and I was able to finish 3 things within the first month. This update is coming to you late, but I do still have about 4 weeks worth of makeup usage here because I did have my daughter a couple weeks early, so I had several weeks where I wore no makeup. Now I've been back to work for a couple of weeks, so we are about on track with a typical month's worth of makeup progress. So let's jump in to the empties. First would be the iconic London Sheer Bronze and Caramel Glow. Not surprised that I finished this up. I knew it would be within like a month and a half, and that's because I was starting about right here at the intro. Look at the packaging. It really started peeling and flaking towards the end, especially when I was contorting it. I got down to the end and I squeezed it into a sample jar just to make it easier to use on a day-to-day basis, and that worked really well. I love this so much, which is so surprising. I really haven't tried much from Iconic London. I got this in a Sephora Favorites kit a couple years ago. There are 6 shades, which sounds wonderful, but this is color number 4. That's insane. Someone as fair as me should not be able to wear shade 4. I really think they should just get rid of shades 1 and 2 and then add 2 more darker shades to have like an actual decent lineup. But the formula of this is so amazing. It blends over top of foundation really well and does not make my makeup look patchy, and the color works very well for me. So this is something that I would definitely consider purchasing again, probably with Ulta points or something, because this is available at Ulta. But this is so good. I am using the e.l.f. Halo Glow liquid filter right now in shade number 5. The color is not quite working for me, which is a bummer because the formula works really nicely, and I am wanting to try the Physicians Formula Butter liquid bronzer, and I'm hoping I like that one as much as this because it is cheaper. So I will probably test that out before I repurchase this, but this is amazing. And I was unofficially panning this last year and made a ton of progress, but I was able to, as you see, finish it off this year, which feels absolutely incredible. At my intro, this weighed 0.285 ounces. Now all used up, it weighs 0.193. My next empty is the Too Faced Hangover Pillow Balm. I took the stopper out and scraped it completely. At my intro, I mostly just had a lot of product at the top and at the bottom, and I told you I was going to use this interchangeably with some glosses as purse balms, but because I had my baby early and I was at home with her for a couple of weeks, I just use this as my around the house balm, which is how I got through it pretty quickly. And I did save the stopper so that when I weighed it, it would be the most accurate. So at my intro, this weighed 1.269 ounces, and all used up, it weighs 1.163. I really do love the consistency of this. I do find it to be pretty hydrating. It sticks on the lips for a while without feeling heavy. I would love to know if you have more of a tan skin tone, if this ends up looking a little bit chalky or too milky on your lips. I know they come in shades, but a lot of those have different scents that I wouldn't be interested in. But my friend Amanda is going to be sending me some minis that are peppermint scented from a holiday collection a couple years ago, and I feel like I'm going to like those. I'm going to cross my fingers that maybe Too Faced will release a minty one for the holidays this year, but I don't want it in a set. I want it on its own. So we'll see if that happens. I really do like the formula of this. I don't know right now if I would repurchase this, possibly if it was included in 21 Days of Beauty again, which is when I got this, because I do have other lip masks that I really like, but they're potted. So I definitely enjoy the convenience of this having a doe foot applicator, and it is a really nice size. So short story long, I really do like this. Potentially would repurchase. And then my most exciting empty, I just finished this like 2 days ago, the Tower 28 Milky Lip Jelly in Coconut. Took the stopper out, got as much as I could. This is amazing. You guys know I love the Tower 28 lip glosses. They really are my favorite formula, and they're nice and smooth, have like a light medium opacity, and I really wanted to work through this because this is one of the older glosses in my collection, my oldest Tower 28, and I have a backup because it was part of a holiday set from last year with a limited edition shade. So I am so proud to have used this up. This is amazing. Definitely recommend it when repurchased. This is a really great color for summertime for me because it's not too bright, but it still adds a little something something. I am going to be adding in some replacement products, so I'll show you those as we go along, but now I'm here to show you the progress and the items we have left. At my intro, I told you guys that I was gonna be using this Too Faced Peach Mist Mattifying setting spray as my primer and setting spray, but that I wasn't really putting it in this project because I figured it would be too heavy for the scale. Well, as I was sitting here weighing my other products, I weighed it and something showed up. So now I'm just gonna keep including it in these updates so we can track the progress. The mister on the Too Faced setting spray wasn't working very well, so I put it in this Urban Decay De-Slick bottle. So right now, this is weighing at 3.622 ounces, and I, of course, am getting through this quicker because I'm using it for primer and setting spray, but I don't go too crazy with the mist. So I still don't think this is gonna be finished in 2 months, but I'm happy to get a jump start on this and likely finish my fall project. Next, for my face primer, we have the Murad Oil and Pore Control Mattifier. This is a 0.8 fluid ounce size, and I told you guys that I thought this would go into my fall project, but when I see all the progress I made in just a month, this should be done by next update, which would be amazing. It will definitely be done by the finale, which means I will have time to work on something else this year, which feels amazing. So I was right here at the intro. Now I'm all the way down here. I feel so good about that. So at the intro, it weighed 0.996 ounces. Now it's weighing 0.542. I am applying this with my Anissa Angled Care brush, and I just like applying primer with a brush. I think it soaks up a little bit of product, but I like the experience, so that is wonderful. And I wanted to add in another primer just in case I finish this before my next update. I'm not sure that I will, but I have this little deluxe sample of the Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Primer. I do have this in a full size, so I would like to finish off the mini, and I think that this only has 3 mils, where most mini primers have 5 mils. So I should be able to get through this pretty quickly, but I figured just in case I finish this early enough in the month, why not roll something in? Then for my foundation, I'm using the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Foundation Matte, and I thought this was gonna take me a while as well, but I made a lot of progress within this first month. So we started out up here, now I'm all the way down here. I don't think this will be finished by next update. I think this will last into the finale, which I'm totally fine with because I again thought this was gonna go into fall project. So hopefully that means I can work on a different foundation in fall, but let me not get ahead of myself. I tend to do that. So at the intro, this weighed 1.537 ounces. Now it is 1.277. And this is a little dark for me, especially with my powders. So I have been mixing it with the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation in Light Zero Siberia. I am going to show you it in these updates just for us to track the progress, but I do not plan on this being finished. This foundation is super annoying to me because look at this mess. And I have already cleaned it up. I don't know how this happens because I literally store this upright. There is no reason for it to be making all this mess, but that makes me want to really use it up. This foundation is not my most favorite, but it is a little light for me, and it is a thinner consistency than the IT Cosmetics, so they actually mix really well together. I do 2 pumps of this because only a little bit comes out, way less compared to like a pump of this. So with the cap, it is too heavy for the scale, but if I take the cap off, this is weighing at 3.476 ounces. So I'm just excited to track this and see what it's weighing at the end of this project. I tried looking through the packaging and I'm not really able to, even though I've had it, again, sitting upright. So we're just gonna have to weigh it. Then we have my powders. The Too Faced is officially in this project and the Maybelline was unofficially in this project. I'm mixing them together to get a good shade for me, and I'm a little bit bummed because I have not used this combo the past couple of makeup applications because I've been meaning to film this update, and I usually will mix a little bit of this in a separate container, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted, you know, all of the remaining product to be in these containers so that the weight was accurate. So I lost a couple days of makeup usage, but I'll try to make it up. So first we have the Too Faced Peach Perfect loose powder. I was here last update, now down to here, so I'm happy to see a little bit of usage there. And when I weigh this, I take the cap off, and last update it weighed 3.121 ounces, now 2.974, so making some steady progress. And then for my Maybelline Fit Me loose powder, I did not make a new mark because it sticks to the packaging here. I just had a really hard time seeing, and I just couldn't really get it leveled out well, but I did weigh this also without the cap. So at the intro it was 1.993 ounces, now it is 1.915. So then we have my liquid cheek products. I am gonna be rolling in a liquid bronzer. This is something that I've been trying to pan for forever, and I last year used this as a foundation mixer to deepen my foundations, but this year that has not been the issue. My foundations have not been too light. I would love to see what these look like together, but I'm gonna be using this as a liquid bronzer. I've already been using this for a little bit since I finished the Iconic London. So as of today, this is weighing 1.611 ounces. Really just interested to see where we get with this in the next 2 months. I'm not loving it as a liquid bronzer, but it's working well enough, and I am just so determined to use this up. And then we have my Flower Beauty Spotlight Liquid Highlight in the shade Opal. This is something I'm using underneath of my foundation. I'm taking it down the center of my face and on my cheekbones. There is a lot of air in here, so I'm not really able to show you any visible markings, and mine is a little bit messy here. I have not tried it over top of my foundation since the intro. I'm really liking it underneath. At the intro, this weighed 0.687 ounces. Now it is 0.628. That is some progress. I'm not sure how much, but I really have been very consistent with using this. So I'm assuming that a lot of that weight is the packaging, but I'm gonna keep steadily working on that. Okay, then my one eye product would be the Balm Batter Up Shadow Stick in Curveball. I will insert a picture of where it was at the intro. As you can see, I have completely used up all of the visible product. No more is twisting up, so I am officially going to scoop this out into a sample jar and start using it that way, and I am feeling really good about this, and I think that I can finish this up completely in 2 months. I will insert a picture of what the product looks like in the sample jar. Hopefully I'm not underestimating it, but I have pan shadow sticks for such a long time now that I feel pretty good about being able to finish the rest of it in 2 months. All right, so now for the lippies. The product that I was using as my first step in my makeup application was the K-Skin Isle Lip Balm SPF 30. This is just a little deluxe size sample. At the intro, this weighed 0.200 ounces, now is weighing 0.143. When I squeeze out the air, I am underneath of the N in the word skin. And after I used up the Too Faced, I did start using this as my around the house lip balm, and then at the beginning of my makeup routine, I was just using my nighttime lip mask. So I made a lot of progress on it this month, and this should be finished by next update, which will be amazing. I don't think I'm gonna replace it with anything though, because I'm gonna be adding in a full-size product into my year-long project pan, which will be updated soon. Then for my purse glosses, I'm not gonna replace the Too Faced with anything because I do have these two glosses that I'm gonna be using in my purse. The one I'm focusing on right now is this mini Lawless Forget the Filler lip gloss in Rose Pearl. I knocked it over so it's not completely level, but it was when I marked it which was right here. So not quite halfway used up, but almost. So this should be finished next month. And then I will have a month to hopefully finish this. I haven't used it at all since my intro. And this is the Kosas Wet Lip Oil in Unzipped. At the intro, the Lawless gloss weighed 0.692 ounces, and today it weighs 0.677. As I said, I have not used the Kosas one at all, but it is still at my intro weight of 0.736 ounces. And then we have my other colored lip product that I included in my intro, the NARS Oil Infused Lip Tint in the shade Primal Instinct. And I was here at my intro. Now I'm approximately down here. You can see there is some product up here, so I definitely will remove the stopper. I do think that this will be finished by next month, which is super exciting. So I wanted to get your all's opinion on what I should roll in. And I'm trying to figure out, do I want to make sure I can finish something completely, or do I want to make good progress on something that I could potentially finish in fall? The full size one is older, but I think, you know, either of these colors could work good for summer or fall. So the two options would be the mini of the Fenty Beauty Gloss Balm in Fenty Glow. And then my full size is the Milani Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper in Rosy Bronze. And this is where I'd be starting on the Milani, so a ton left. The Fenty has 2 mils and the Milani has 3.7 mils. And part of me is undecided because I think it will depend on how soon in the month I finish the NARS. If I finish this in 2 weeks, that means I would have 6 weeks approximately left to finish another colored lip product. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on which one you think that I should move on to once I finish the NARS. And then lastly, I had some usage products. The first being the Natasha Denona Bloom Blush and Glow Cheek Palette. I wanted to use this cream blush 10 times, everything else 5 times. But I did you one even better. I actually use these 3 products 10 times each and the red cream blush 5 times each. So really happy with all the usage that I got in this, and I will be rolling this out. I'm trying to decide if I want to declutter this or keep it to try to pan this, but that feels a little bit silly, and I don't think I would want to give this to someone with 1 product missing. But definitely let me know what you think I should do. And then I had 2 pencil liners that I wanted to use 10 times each. This is the ColourPop Creme Gel Liner in Brickell. I did meet my 10 uses in the first month, so I am just gonna keep this in, see where I end up, but it would be great if I could get up to 20 or even 25 uses. And then I had the Too Faced Killer Liner in Killer Turquoise. I have used this 5 out of 10 times, so halfway towards my goal. So that was my first update for my summer project pan. I am feeling so happy with where I'm at. I can't wait to see what I'm able to use up within this next month. Definitely let me know your thoughts on which lip product I should move on to next. And I would love to hear what projects you're doing right now, what items you are working on. If you want to see more project pan videos from me, I do have my year-long makeup project pan, which I will be updating soon. And I do also have a rolling non-makeup project pan that I update monthly, where I work on hair, skin, and body products. I want to thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.